I'm Evan, and I'm a fledgling music artist. I recently decided to start focusing my efforts into something that I enjoy and that I can be proud of. I make music because it gives me a sense of purpose, and I love doing it. Everyone needs to express themselves in some way. Music is kind of like my hand of the king. How would I describe my music? Hard to describe. It's something of a classical crossover. It's very orchestral, but I also draw influences from rock. I like it very heavy and dark. It's kind of its own thing. As far as putting it all together, I almost always start with the piano. Even while I'm composing on the piano, I have arrangement in mind. So in my head I'll think like, this higher part needs to be with strings, or sometimes images will just kind of pour into my head. I actually took guitar class, but then I would take the sheet music that our instructor gave us and I would play the piano instead. He would come back to the practice room and ask me if I learned the piece, and I'd say yes, and then play it on the piano for him, and he got really mad every single time, but I just didn't want to play guitar anymore. I like the piano so much better. Musically, I'm very inspired by classical and Baroque music, but also my style is not, quite classical. I'm not strictly a classical composer, so I'm also influenced very heavily by rock. Rock music was actually my original influence, oddly enough. Evanescence in particular. It was just perfect. It was heavy and dark and orchestral all at the same time, and I just fell in love, and I never felt that kind of emotion from any other art form before. I mean, even in music, I hadn't heard anything quite like that, just pop music. So that really made me fall in love. So those are my sort of external musical influences that influence my style and things like that. But my internal influences, of course, play a big role. I feel it's appropriate to just feel inspired by the darkest parts of my life or the lives around me. My nephew, Lucas, recently died. He was just barely a couple months old when he died. He had a heart condition. And I wrote a song about that. And, it was really hard. Sorry.
It's okay.
The song is called Requiem for the Innocent. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I still haven't recorded the vocals for it. I did write lyrics, but it's hard not to get choked up. Yeah, I have long-term goals related to composing. Other than my own personal projects, I have plenty of content for albums. I probably have enough for like 10 albums. Yeah, I would love to eventually be a producer. That would be the dream.